Tonye, good to have you join us. Now, President Tinubu said Nigeria's worst days are over. What signs are there that the Nigerian economy is truly recovering? Tonye.
Okay, I like to speak from a factual point of view. He listed 12 achievements. However, the question is, how do these achievements translate for the common man? For example, Nigeria was declared the poverty capital of the world in 2019 because we have 130 million Nigerians living under poverty. Now, the question is, as of today, which is 1st of October 2025, can we say that Nigeria is no longer the poverty capital of the world? We're still the poverty capital of the world. So you have more than half of the population living under poverty. The definition of poverty is $1 a day. So these 12 achievements, economically, you've not lifted Nigerians, the majority, over 60%, living under poverty. So can you really say that you have achieved if you are still defined as the poverty capital of the world? It's a question for the president to think about. Because these 12 achievements, have they translated into uplifting the majority of the citizens of Nigeria out of poverty? Very recently, the head of the tax program in Nigeria said they are going to impose taxes on runs girls, ladies of the night. So the question is, if we're doing so well economically, why do you have to tax runs girls to raise money for the country? These are questions any right-thinking person would be asking.
If you're going to tax money on sex workers, that means that you have legalized sex work, isn't it? But away from that, I mean, from your submission, you said that it's very clear that in spite of the growth or the 12 achievements that the president had outlined, it means nothing for the everyday Nigerians, or it hasn't translated in some sort of tangible, let it be tangible for Nigerians. But another major concern is security as well. I want you to speak on that. And most importantly, security has been a major focus for the government. What progress has been made, against terrorism and violent crimes? Have there been any progress with this government and this administration, based on your assessment?
We need to use tangible indicators to measure security. Recently, a new terror group was discovered in Kebbi State, around Kebbi. So Nigeria is still listed as a country that is under the attack of terrorist groups. So you cannot, with tangible results, say that Nigeria has overcome the problem of terrorism, which is insecurity. So you cannot confidently say that insecurity has been conquered in Nigeria, at least in major parts of the country. You are in journalism. You just read or saw recently that a journalist was killed, died because of armed robbery attack in the capital of Nigeria, not in some other state, in the capital city, Abuja. And she lives in a high-brow area. Katampe is a high-brow area, a more secure area of the federal capital. So can you talk about security when these things are happening? Then very recently, the Nigerian police announced that a vehicle, its own vehicle, was stolen from the police headquarters. And then the Nigerian police is making an appeal to other law enforcement agencies to help them recover their vehicle. That means there's no CCTV in the headquarters of the Nigerian police in the capital, Abuja. There's no tracking device on the vehicle of the Nigerian police that was stolen from the police headquarters premises. And yet the police is going around arresting people for tinted glasses, arresting people for not having motor vehicle insurance. Meanwhile, their own vehicle was stolen. That tells you a lot about the state of security in the capital of Nigeria itself.
Right. As we're talking about security, let's also talk about infrastructure. The president highlighted major infrastructure projects, and one of them that you recall is Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. There's a lot of controversy when it comes to that project. How will these projects impact national development? I mean, just seeing all that's happening, the trail of I wouldn't say, I don't know the better adjective to leave when it comes to Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Just even the commencement of the project, so loss of jobs and properties, and it still continues. And we're waiting for this impact. Will there be impact from these projects on a national developmental level?
Okay, so I work in the Kingdom of Lesotho, and one of the requirements before you embark on any project, you must publish the environmental impact assessment for all the public to view and know whether they support that project or not. So for this Lagos-Calabar Coastal Railroad, there was no impact assessment report before the commencement of that project, because an environmental impact assessment report will tell you the livelihoods that will be affected by that project. And then there's a computation of costs, and you pay compensation to those whose livelihoods will be negatively impacted by that project. There was no such thing. We just woke up one morning, we believe, we believe this will do good for us, without a feasibility study to tell us, okay, you're sinking 1 trillion naira, for example, on the Lagos-Calabar highway. What will be the commensurate benefits financially to the country? If you put in 1 trillion naira, it's expected that at least you double, you gain, the benefits will be more than 1 trillion to the Nigerian economy, and not loss of livelihoods, loss of employment, loss of communal property to people. Is not commensurate with the investments you're making. No sane country does that kind of, behaves in that way. There's a process before you undergo government spending. You have to do a feasibility study, environmental impact assessment, before you now even go for tender, competitive tender, which means companies who are into road constructions, they will have to bid, and then you choose the best. Here we hear a situation where a friend of the president, the company of a friend of the president, won the bid. There was no bid even. Right. He won the contract.
All right. I must say thank you, Jaja, for taking out the time to join us. Tonye Jaja is a legal practitioner joining us live, Nigerian legal practitioner joining us live from Lesotho, giving us insights on the president's Independence Day speech.